Welcome, Virtual Explorers. I'm your host, AR Samoza. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy 15 Comrades Edition. So, the ESRB has announced a rating for Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition, which is most likely the Game of the Year edition that's going to have all the DLCs, including Episode Ignis, Episode Prompto, Episode Gladios, I know I did that backwards, and Comrades, the expansion. So a year has passed since Final Fantasy 15 came out, and Hajima Tabata has been focusing on filling all the little gaps in the story in 2017. But in between that, he did release Final Fantasy Comrades. I spent the last week of 2017, which is the week of Christmas, and the first week of the New Year's playing it with my wife, and we had a blast. So I'm gonna give my pros and cons for Final Fantasy Comrades because I believe but not enough people are talking about it. Here are the pros! Playing online with 1 to 3 friends as a Kingsglaive is fun. If you enjoyed the battle system in the base game, you're going to have fun in Comrades. Also, if you enjoyed fighting all the huge monsters in the hunts throughout the base game, then you're going to get that and more in Comrades than ever before. Escort missions, boss battles, castle defense missions, and outlasting the clock while fighting waves of enemies. So if you ever wanted to make an avatar that had the same moves as Noctis, be all-time powerful, have the power of the royal tombs in the grasp of your hand, then you're gonna love Comrades. The action is there, the monsters are there, the hunts are there, which for me was the best part of Final Fantasy 15. What does Square do? They feed you more of it, which is awesome. Have you ever thought about fighting 3 behemoths in one go with a group of your friends? Yeah, that's what you're getting. It's a rush, and you get your ass handed to you if you don't come prepared. Every enemy has a specific weakness, which you can look up before going into the mission. So let's say that enemy is weak against fire. You can boost up the fire attribute in your katana and make it a fucking fire katana and destroy the enemy. It's gonna give you a leg up against the fight, and everyone's gonna love you because there's a scoreboard after every hunt that shows what you did, if you cost the most damage, or if you're the most elegant and finesse, or provided the most support for the rest of the team, which really diversifies your role in the game. Crafting to upgrade your weapons gives you an incentive to redo missions and collect loot. Weapons transform to more powerful weapons after boosting specific attributes, and forcing players to carefully manage their stat building. Character creation is very deep. You can really make your avatar look like a Final Fantasy 15 character. I accidentally made mine look like a member of a K-pop boy band. Wardrobe schematics are spread throughout the world map and can be purchased with the guild you make from hunts, letting you keep your character fresh throughout the game. An option that is sorely amiss from the main game, if I say so myself. Old friends make a return. If you ever wondered what happened to everyone you met before Noctis' 10-year hiatus, well, you're in for a treat because all the NPCs have migrated to Lestalem, the last bastion of Lucis. You can catch up and find out what happened after the Eternal Darkness came about and how everyone's adjusting. Unlocking the Royal Tombs. Again, this time the Royal Tombs don't take the shape of weapons. Instead, give you buffs during battle, like extra airtime to do combos during a warp attack, a force field to defend and heal those within it, and a cheer command which gives a weird pump animation like those you probably would see in the game of Destiny. But instead of just showing off your dance skills, you buff up nearby players. A couple new music tracks and the options to save pictures of yourself being a bad ass. One of the soundtracks sounds like it was ripped right out of The Witcher 3, which I don't blame them. That was one of the best soundtracks and best RPGs to ever come out. If you decide to take this game on your own without anybody, if you have no friends like I do, The AI works perfectly, which is a fucking lie. You can't tell them what to do, but they set you up with healers most of the time. So they'll always bring you back to life if you find yourself on the danger zone. Just stay away from the enemy. Give them some time and an AI will come and rescue you. If you find your AIs are getting decimated by the enemy, you need to offer support to them. It's like a back and forth. If they're gone and you're the only one left, you're gonna get taken out. So what didn't I like about Final Fantasy 15? Let's bring on the cons. Game-breaking glitches, especially in one early mission, the escort mission called Lighting the Motherfucking Way. Prevents you from completing it. The truck you're supposed to escort stops moving halfway, forcing you to walk out of bounds or abort the mission. The lighting way can light the way to my nuts, I swear. I fucking hate that mission. Okay. I've spent more than 5 times trying to work around it. It's completely glitched. You just can't do anything. The truck just stays there. It's fucked. I've done everything. I've waited for everyone to abort so the truck could start moving. I ran past it until the boundary where it's asking me that I'm gonna get aborted from the mission. I've stayed on the truck for half an hour just staring at the screen. Nothing. I've jumped everywhere. I've cast fire on it, electricity, trying to give it a boost maybe, like in real life. Give it a jump start? No, nothing. So please, Square, do something about that mission, because this is one of the early ones. It really doesn't impede your path to finish Comrades, but it's still annoying for anyone who really wants to complete everything around it. I like completing everything. The story is virtually non-existent. If you were hoping to see how the original trio got grizzled in the 10 years, or go on a grand adventure with twists and turns, don't get your hopes up. The only thing worthwhile, story-wise, is the final event and the boss battle. No new areas to really explore. You can't actually go out with your friends and drive around in a car or explore the kingdom of Lucis like Noctis' entourage. Instead, you're forced to stay within distances of your target. All the arenas are under an overcast, keeping a certain grayish look to the whole entire Comrades expansion. You will have to repeat missions to grind kilowatts to unlock other missions. Thankfully, there are missions that you can finish within 5 minutes, but there is a catch. The load times are extremely long and repetitive. At one point, the game got stuck on the loadout screen before the start of a mission. After the initial battle tutorial in the beginning of Comrades, you're left to figure out the rest of the mechanics on your own. For example, I figured out the ingredients you pick up in your base camp basically act as a phoenix down to bring your character back to life. If you lose all your HP without replenishing your ingredient, you get kicked out of the hunt. I realized this after I already beat 10 missions and lost a couple hunts. There is a form of satisfaction of working things out yourself in the end, which I enjoy when a game doesn't hold my hand, but for those who don't like trial and error, then Comrades could get a bit frustrating. Besides that, the fucking game's fantastic. I feel like playing it, even though I already beat the main story. I feel like going there and unlocking the rest of the missions. So personally, I believe Comrades delivers enough material from the expansion to keep players interested in the world of Lucis. Alright, Virtual Explorers, if you like this edition of Pros and Cons, comment below and let me know if you did play Comrades or what you liked about it or didn't. And subscribe below, check out some of my reviews, and I'll see you next time.